Hello, everybody, and welcome to Life in a Shell. I am your host, Christina Schell, and wow, thanks for being here, you guys. It's been a long time coming, and this is the relaunch of Life in a Shell. And if you had been here before, I missed you. And if you are new here, well, buckle up, baby. We are going to have so much fun, and I'm just excited to have very inspiring, heart-led conversations with a lot of really cool creatives that, yeah, just empower me to be exactly who I am. And I'm excited to reintroduce myself to you guys over time. And I just wanted to say that this podcast is one of my biggest dreams. And I used to do this podcast for quite some time, as most of you probably already know. For all of you who are new, I just wanted to say that the podcast was something that was so special to me. And I did some really freaking cool things, and I am excited to just chase the dream again. I believe that if a dream kind of stops or something kind of takes you away from that spark from a little bit, I feel like you can always pick up a little piece and just go with the flow and pick it back up and chase that dream. And oh my gosh, the dreams for this podcast have changed so much, and it just gets me so much more excited. And I just feel like this is the right time. Okay, so hi, here is a little bit about me. My name is Christina Schell, and I am a professional dancer, choreographer, and I am chasing the dream, being a podcast host, and also a content creator. I hold my own dance classes and workshops in Vancouver, BC, and we have the best time. My dance company is called the Bombshells, and I am very grateful for everybody who comes and rocks out with me. I love sharing my stories and sharing inspiration, and I just love making people be reminded that they can do anything. I also do mentorship sessions, and I work with creatives, small business owners, musicians, dancers, artists, and we work on their dreams and their goals. My mentorship program is called Out of Your Shell, haha, shell, and it is the best time. These sessions go monthly. They are 4 sessions, and they're an hour long, and you do this within the 6 weeks. And I basically am just here to help you chase your dreams and what you want to work on. It's been really inspiring. I've been doing this for about 4 months now, and I have seen dancers have these goals and dreams and succeed and achieve them and just continue to grow. I have some dancers that have submitted to dance agencies and who have got signed. I'm working with musicians who are releasing new music and doing incredible things. And I'm working with a lot of awesome small business owners and creatives, just helping them with ideas for content creation and kind of collaborations that they can do and just helping them brainstorm. Really, I am just here to keep people accountable, and everybody already always has the answers. Kind of just need accountability and somebody to trust to dig deep to see what we really want. So if you're ever interested in those, you can shoot me a message on Instagram and I can lock you in and we can do a little mentorship session. That being said, here's a little plug. Please go follow me on Instagram at Christina Schell and say hi. So I heard this saying called follow the breadcrumbs, and it really inspired me. And it was basically, you don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to follow a little piece at a little time. So pick up a little piece of whatever sparks that spark, follow it, and it will take you to wherever you're supposed to be. So the podcast, we're going to start with having some cool conversations with people. And as you know, this is called Life in a Shell. My last name is Schell. You get it, the Bombshells. So I'm going to have a series called Call Me on My Schell. And I have asked a bunch of very cool, amazing people to answer some awesome questions. And it's a whole range of questions, and I can't wait to dive into that over the next few episodes to come. But today, I wanted to have a conversation with somebody who has inspired me so freaking much. She doesn't know it, but she is a huge reason to why I have relaunched the podcast. She is one of my mentors and she kicks my ass like 4 times a week. She is such a freaking badass rock star and I look up to her so much. She is so motivating. She is incredibly talented and she has the best heart. It's Daniela Dib. She is the owner of DibFit. It is a spin studio. It is the most inspiring, motivated place, and you also get the best workout. I love how heart-centered it is, and I love how, much of a push it is at the exact same time. I have had so much growth because of her classes. You take her classes and you literally leave feeling like you can do anything. I have been riding with Daniela for almost 2 years now, and it has been so incredibly cool to see how much I've grown. So for the very first call on my Schell phone, I decided to call up the queen, Miss Daniela Dib. Oh, hello.
Hello, beautiful Christina.
Daniela Dib, welcome to Life in a Schell. Thank you so much for hopping on a call with me.
I'm so excited to be here.
You guys, I have known Daniela Dib for most of my life, it feels like. And when we talk about mentors and motivating speakers and people who motivate me in life, I always think about Daniela Dib because in the last 5 years, she has been completely changing my life, especially the last 2 years. So I wanted to bring her on and get you guys to know Daniela because when we get into full on interviews, she is going to be a guest that will be coming back very soon. So Daniela Dib, can you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself?
I would love to. I grew up as a dancer, which is, of course, how I met you, my beautiful Christina. And I had incredible opportunities to dance in the States. I was a part of some really amazing film and television productions. And in this time, I transitioned into fitness, and it was a very natural, very beautiful transition in my life where it still allowed me the opportunity to do what I love to do, which is perform, be in front of people, but also combined what my other love is, which is motivational speaking. And of course, I'm extremely passionate about fitness. So my journey led me to Soul Cycle. I was living in Los Angeles at the time dancing. And my agent said, "Would you be interested in trying a spin class?" To which I replied, "Is that cardio? Hell no." I then found out that there were some health benefits that went along if you landed that job. And I said, "Sign me up." So I went and took my very first class. It was with David in West Hollywood. And I was immediately in love. It really was this beautiful athletic workout that, of course, was rhythm based. And also, I had a background in teaching yoga, dance, and Pilates. And I felt a lot of mindfulness was also incorporated in this modality. I immediately fell in love, and my journey began actually teaching in New York, then back to Los Angeles before Soul Cycle moved me to Vancouver, BC, where I am originally from, to open the first Soul Cycle in Vancouver.
That's so badass. I remember taking your class over there, and honestly, it was like one of those sparks into, oh, this is what fitness can be. And I think I was really nervous because it was so outside of my comfort zone. But the more I have also grown, I've realized that stepping outside of your comfort zone is actually how you grow. And so, Daniela, when you started DibFit is when my life also kind of changed because I think since we are dancers, we have grown up being so strict of getting into that routine of always training and doing what we love. But I've never found anything that has ever hit the same when it comes to fitness. And I don't think I've ever committed to any type of fitness routine like as much as I do. But I also don't think I've had anybody like you because you got magic and you're different. You were star quality no matter no wonder you have traveled all around and done so many cool things. But it has definitely been something that has sparked my interest because your classes are so motivating. On top of that, though, it's so fun. We're doing body rolls and we're hitting our 4 corners and we are getting sexy. What makes you feel so much joy when you teach these classes?
For me, it really is the energy of the riders and what they bring. And I love seeing people grow, not just in confidence, not just in physical appearance. It's so much deeper than that. You can see that people are truly believing that they're worthy of achieving their dreams, that they're worthy of waking up early and putting themselves first, that it's not selfish, it's actually self-full. So I would say that that brings me the most joy, watching people not just physically change. That's a really lovely side effect of what happens when you commit to working out, but it's the mental grit, the joy that they feel when they walk out and I can conquer my day or anything that I'm going through. I know that I can handle that. It allows them to connect with a lot of really cool people here. I feel like I've met some of my best friends through Otis, and I know a lot of people who at DibFit have met people that they will now be lifelong friends with. So what a beautiful thing that we're bringing together a community like that.
It's also the best because if you didn't start DibFit, it wouldn't be here. And that so gets me emotional because I'm like, I have met so many cool people that I never even knew 2 years ago that have become such a strong part of my life.
Yes.
And I've also brought friends here that then become friends with those people. And I'm like, I'm a connector. I love connecting my cool people with other cool people because I think we can all grow in that. But it's insane. And I can't wait to do like a full sit down interview with you to talk more on that. In the meantime, though, what advice would you give somebody who's also trying to pursue their dreams in this type of capacity or just in general?
My biggest piece of advice is if you are persistent, you will probably get it. However, if you are consistent, that's when you'll keep it. And a lot of people are very interested in something until they realize the amount of work that actually goes into it. And it takes consistency and it takes believing in yourself in spite of hearing the word no, in spite of other people's jealousy, in spite of the fact that, well, someone else has already done it. Great. We love that someone else has either started that gym or gone after that role or done that. What matters is no one is you, and that's your superpower. And you have to remember that because the amount of times you will be rejected on your path and your course and your trajectory to receiving and achieving your dreams is, for me, absolutely astronomical, particularly when you are a dancer slash actress slash all those things that we used to do. I have heard the word no 1,000 times, but you stay and you tie together being persistent with being consistent. And that is when you will not only keep it, that's when the good stuff will show up. I think one of the best things that you can ever remind yourself is this: I am not being rejected, I am being redirected. So, top piece of advice, if there's a huge dream that you are going after, don't just stay persistent, stay consistent. That's during the highs and during the lows. It doesn't matter how long it takes to get there because you know that your dreams are worthy of achieving.
That was so well said. And to everybody listening, I get to hear this like 4 times a week. And I think that's also what has been helping me because sometimes you have to hear it from people that inspire you to really, truly believe it. What is a valuable lesson that you've learned from both success and failure?
It's a great question, Christina. I believe that the more you start to achieve success in your life, you actually just realize how much more that you want, and you're never quite there. And I think there's a lot of us that can relate to that overachieving, the idea that what's next, what's next, what's next. So when I start to feel those moments, and I think inevitably we all do, myself very much included, it's, oh, well, I've achieved this now. What's the next thing? I like to stop and remind myself and say, a year ago today, you were quite literally praying for the things that you currently have right now. And when I do that, I can drop into the feeling of success and remind myself, while I'm very excited that all these amazing things are to come, and I do believe that for myself and for everyone, it is really important to not forget to be grateful for what you have so it doesn't become what you had. If you forget to be grateful for what you have, it can quickly become what you had. So I have learned from my failures and my success to not let the highs go to my head, don't let the lows go to my heart, and to stay really present, grounded, and grateful for what I have so it doesn't become what I had.
I love that so much. I love that so much. Daniela, what is a pivotal moment that has shaped your life?
I think there are two, and they both go back to what we can define or say in air quotes as failures, which were inevitably opportunities in disguise. So the first one was when I was at the National Ballet School and I was in their full-time training program in high school, and I'd been there for years and I wasn't reaccepted back into the program. And I only had 2 years left of high school and I had to come back, start a whole new chapter. When I say come back, I was the Nationals in Toronto. I grew up in Vancouver. And that was such a switch in my mind where I could have thrown in the towel and said, oh, dance isn't for me, or I was told I wasn't good enough, but it lit a fire under my ass to prove something and to say, I am still worthy of achieving my dreams, even if it's a different trajectory than I originally assumed. But it can feel very hard and extremely defeating in the moment, especially at that age. And the next, once again, was a failure, which was really opportunity in disguise. My first round of training with Soul Cycle when I was living in Los Angeles, I was one of the very few people that did not pass training. And I was crushed. This, as I was, ranting and going on about, this was the thing. I found that class and was like, this is what I am supposed to be doing. And my frustration that I couldn't do it to the level that not only others, expected of me, that I expected of me was just gut wrenching. So I came back to Vancouver, tail between my legs, feeling utterly defeated. Like my dream job was just totally within my grasp, and I felt it slip away. And I got a call, I think this was almost 4 months, 5 months later, saying that they had one spot in their New York training program. My visa had already run out, my O1 visa.
Yeah.
So I'd had to reapply to get there. They do not help you. You are unpaid. You got to put yourself up in New York for probably yes, and get your visa. Yeah. So as I always say to guys in class, pull it together. Yeah. I pulled it together. I, scrounged up the money, reapplied for the visa, was so grateful to get it, and went through training again. And the only way that I could go through that training again in New York was with the mindset of, if I did not get this the first time, I must outride, outwork, and outbeat my old self in every way, in every sense of the word. So that's where I'm going to bring back being persistent and then consistent. You can't just want something and sort of work at it until it feels convenient. You have to consistently do the thing over and over and over in the face of rejection, no's, and setbacks. And when I did pass Soul Cycle training the second time, I believe that not only did I appreciate it more, because I faced that huge no, I had taught myself and re-grounded myself to the place that my foundation was so solid that nothing could rock it. And I do believe it's a huge reason that I was able to be very successful with indoor cycling.
That's so badass. I don't think I knew that whole details to those, like, to the A, B, and C, how it also led you to open up DibFit, which is so cool. You're right. I think when the no's happen, it's kind of like, oh, what can we do with it? And I love that you were like, watch me.
Yes.
And that's why I consider you one of my mentors and I look up to, because you have that badass energy of like, watch me. You don't quit and you always are like, let's see what I can do with it. There was a few questions that our friends from DibFit asked you, and I know they're very curious. The very first one is from Isaac, and I love this so much. And he says, if your spin bike could be transformed into a time machine, what time would you go back to? What era?
I would say the early 2000s. Like, this is before smartphones. This is before everyone was sort of looking down all the time and that everything had to be like cool for Instagram, or it was the best time for music, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You do butts and bolts, Hamill, but like that is like the golden era. So early 2000s, 2010. And I would truly love to go back and just the fashion,
Yes.
right?
Y2K is the best.
Way too cool. And I would give that as my answer.
I love that. This one is such a dancer question. I love it. It says, if your spin class was a Broadway show, what would it be called?
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to go with Burlesque. Yeah, I gotta go with burlesque. I feel like I, was supposed to be a drag queen. It's very upsetting that I'm not. Because I just love the star power of feeling empowered, sexy, confident in your skin, and burlesque really does have that energy. And I love Broadway shows. I was so fortunate to get to see so many when I lived in New York. It's a beautiful, empowering show. Moulin Rouge also amazing. I'm always going to say Wicked, even though I don't know if it pertains. No, I love Wicked. It's my thing, like that kind of empowering energy.
I think it's so cool that you lived in New York. That's like one of my biggest dreams. I'm really going to brainstorm some questions for our next interview to ask you on that, because I'm like, ooh. Nicole, a dancer, she wants to know. She says, please spill the tea on your makeup and skincare. You look so stunning even after a sweaty class.
So I love using a setting spray. My personal favorite right now is, what was that called again?
It's Patrick Star.
Patrick Star.
Yes. And what was it called? It's Patrick Star. It's the pink container, and it is
On Till Dawn.
Yeah.
That is a huge, huge lifesaver, especially when you're doing really sweaty workouts. That is if you're wanting to wear glam while you're working out. I also love the e.l.f. eyebrow gel. Really good. It makes your eyebrows stay on really nice. That was a Georgia tip.
A little Georgia
Yeah.
tip. I love that. Ashley Ross asked this one, and I really, really want to know this too. How do you manage your feminine energy while running a business?
That's beautifully said. I think one of the most important things when you're running a business is to stay true to yourself. And that is something I'm very proud to say, that DibFit still feels authentically very grounded and very cheeky, very sexy, very fun, but still a lot of hard work goes in every class. Like, it is unserious in the sense that we are not too cool for anyone, but it's very serious in the sense that I take my job and my responsibility up there, and my workouts and my playlist and my passion for motivating and connecting with humans very seriously.
Yes.
And allowing myself to just truly authentically show up and be myself, it's the easiest way to stay soft, sexy, and feminine while still needing to be strong, make hard decisions, have authority, make really big, bold decisions. And being authentic to myself has been key, and merging those two worlds.
I love that. You always have to stay true to you.
Yes.
I feel like when you don't, that's when things get weird. I'm really curious. I always say delulu as in delusional, because I think sometimes you have to be delusional is the only way. Delulu till tralulu. And I also think that delulu is the salulu. But what is your biggest delusional dream right now, if like there was no limits or anything? What is that?
I am looking forward to the day when I'm doing things on stage with people such as Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
It would be a huge opportunity to open or speak alongside him. And I do believe that there's a place for everyone, and that is a huge part of my calling. Although, of course, I love fitness and I'm very passionate about it. Like, I keep driving the point. It's not, for me, just about fitness. I don't just say like, oh, I'm a fitness trainer. I love, am very passionate about, and am driven by the motivational speaking and touching people in a deeper way. So, biggest Delulu dream, and I gotta believe we should all feel worthy and deserving of having those.
Yes. I see you completely on huge stages, like Mr. Worldwide. Oh, motivating people.
That's a good
Cool. And on that note, it's true. Your classes are so positive and motivational, but it's over like my 10 years of like moving through stuff, I've never found therapy that has really helped me in a way, and I've gone to a lot, but your classes have genuinely helped me more than those sessions have ever done anything to me. I think I'm the type of person that when I'm feeling a certain way, I like to put that into working out hard.
Yes.
Into like digging deep and
Yes.
putting it into fitness. But when you're also being told all these inspirational things, you truly believe it because you put all that negativity out. And you have a quote on your wall, and what does it say? It says, breathe in.
Inhale gratitude, exhale a shitty attitude.
Yes. And I always feel that whenever some things that are hard in my body come up, or thoughts, it's like I can kind of exhale it. Then you say something, then I'm like, go! And I'm like on and run. And it's been so helpful in a form of healing, but also knowing my worth. So I thank you.
Oh, that's me so.
And then on that note, you do say so many motivational, inspirational speeches and quotes, and I just want to know what some of your favorite ones are.
There's so many, and sometimes they'll just really resonate with me in different eras or chapters of my life. Right now, because I am pregnant with my first baby, there's something, well, a few things that I like to remind myself of. You can make adjustments, just don't make excuses.
Yeah.
And we all have eras that are going to be different. Like, your era of when you're in your early 20s and you have no responsibilities in the sense of kids, or you're just focused on work, or perhaps you're in school, you are perhaps able to work out in more or different, or versus someone that is perhaps postpartum, or going through depression or anxiety or having health complications. Those are just different eras. Like,
Yep.
we have to respect that. That being said, I think that no matter what, you can make adjustments that something works for you, but better than to make excuses.
Yeah.
So when I am in my pregnant girl era, I do have to be okay with making adjustments to things that I often say, like, oh, the amount of things that I am doing in a day compared to what I used to be able to do in a day prior to being pregnant are different. They just are. And that is absolutely okay. That's my adjustment, but it is not an excuse. I still do as much as I feel good doing. And I think that that's a powerful reminder that you're in charge still, in spite of your external circumstances. I also really love to remind myself that good things do have to fall apart so that the room for great things to come together is there. Because sometimes we're so busy clinging on to less, and we're clinging on to it by the edges of our fingertips, that if we just let go, we would create the landing space for great things to come together. So that goes back again, a little pregnancy tidbit. I had a miscarriage earlier this year, and when those things happen, it does feel heavy and very hard. And I do believe that there's a time in our life where we have to go through those things. So, one, perhaps when it does come together, you appreciate it more. And next, it is a beautiful reminder that every season of your life is necessary. Having moments of grief is necessary. Having moments of joy is necessary. So, I would say that those are things that I've been really resonating with lately. Let good things fall apart so that the space for greater things can come together. Make adjustments, don't make excuses. Don't let the highs of life go to your head, and don't let the lows of life go to your heart. You are exactly where you're supposed to be.
I love that so much. I've been so lucky to know Daniela since I was like 20, 35 now, probably like 15 years, which is insane. And it has been so cool to see you transform and grow and just move through all different stages and like chasing your goals, that you've never stopped doing that. You've always been that hard worker. And oh my God, you're going to be the best mom.
We are going to make sure that that baby knows the coolest music. Oh, like, baby's coming out ready, like lullabies. No, we're doing Cardi B. Like, we're playing some Drake, some Mr. Worldwide, and yeah, my husband and I are amped.
I'm so excited for you. I just want to know, what's a fun fact about Daniela Dib?
A fun fact about me is that I have a Bernedoodle. I love talking about, you know what? I just love talking about my dog because she's my first child. She's 4 years old. She is an absolute angel who I believe is, and I don't care what anyone says, I think that soulmates can come in animal forms too. So she's my little soulmate, and I just want everyone to know about her. My husband and I are obsessed with her.
I love that so much. Thank you, Daniela, for coming and having a little cute little talk with me, a little call.
It was so amazing. And to spin things back around to you and talking about people following their dreams, congratulations on you doing this, not only doing this podcast, but on the things that I know that you're going to do with this podcast. Like, this is just the beginning, and you are already reaching so many people. I can't wait to watch your journey unfold and to be like, damn, I remember when I was on her first episode.
You guys should go follow Daniela, and if you're not, it's at Daniela Dib Fitness, also DibFit. Come take a class. I'm here hair whipping, so come join us.
I can't wait.
Now, Going forward to the next few episodes, we are going to do it kind of like a call-in base. The series, as you know, is called Call Me on My Schell. And I have asked some amazing people really awesome questions. And their answers have been blowing me away. And I mean like blowing me away. I've been listening to them at the beach because it's been gorgeous here in Vancouver. And it's so hard not to get like emotional because I'm like, oh my gosh. And I am excited to share with you guys. I thought I would show you a little example and give you a little teaser of what is in for the next few episodes. So, one of the questions I asked was, what is your favorite inspirational quote? And the answers I have received are so freaking heartwarming and so insightful and have blown me away, and I relate to so many of them. So, I'm going to show you one that melted my heart.
Hello? Hello? Is this Call Me on My Schell phone? This is Courtney Napper here, offering my favorite inspirational quote. Okay, it is, dreams so big you get uncomfortable telling small-minded people. Mic drop. Sorry, not sorry. Not gonna explain myself. If you know, you know.
I freaking love you, Courtney Napper. Courtney Napper is a badass rock star. And yeah, mic drop, baby. If you know, you know. I love that one. I feel like I just have to share one more. And I had to laugh because there's like 3 in 1 for this. And here you go.
Okay, couldn't pick one. Here's 3. I'm going to bang them out. Here we go. Number 1, from the beloved 2003 comedy hit, Hot Rod. Life's short. Stunt it. And I know, okay, I know it's not that serious, but it grounds me and it makes me laugh, and it kind of has the same connotation as YOLO, but it's just better somehow, you know? Do I buy the matching velour tracksuit? Life's short, stunt it. Do I profess my feelings to this person? Life's short, stunt it. You see? Okay, I mean, actually it is starting to kind of sound like a justification, but I do promise it works. And just imagine Andy Samberg saying it in your head. You'll see what I mean. Number 2, when you stop people-pleasing, people stop being pleased. I'm just going to let that one sink in for a sec. Okay. Number 3, stop trying to be the best version of yourself and just work to whatever your favorite version of yourself looks like. What would your favorite version of yourself want to be doing right now?
I love you. That was amazing. And it's true. What would your favorite version of yourself look like? What would that be? And again, if other people are doing it, so can you. So on every podcast of Life in a Schell, we will be ending each episode showcasing musicians and bands, musical artists that really inspire me. So for this episode, I want to finish off the episode by playing a song that is always on repeat on my end, and they are called T-Bird and the Breaks. This song I always rock out to. It is called Two Tone Cadillac. It is groovy. It is old school. It has given me this little 60s vibe. And over time, you will get to know me and understand a little bit more about me. Yes, fun fact, I still love Elvis. I always will. And I just love that retro feel. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, for our very first episode of the relaunch of Life in a Schell. We are back with a brand new episode every single Monday, so I will see you next week. Make sure you click the follow button on Spotify or on Apple Podcast, wherever you are listening, and come say hi over on Instagram. And until next time, I'll see you later. Now get up and dance to the song. This is Two Tone Cadillac by T-Bird and the Breaks.
I was born to live and live to burn. Gonna burn it down, can't wait my turn tonight. You turn me up, I turn it out. It's burning fire, make you scream and shout, alright. I got lightning in my fingers, I got thunder in my toes, I got a hurricane in my pocket, I wanna put it where it goes. I clap my hands, I stomp my feet, gonna shake my stick, it's something sweet tonight, yeah. Alright! Screaming in my dream, 4 glasses of water, don't know never make $1 million, and if I never drive a two-tone Cadillac, I'm gonna clap my hands, still gonna hear me holler. You can't hear me singing as I'm rolling down that track. I said, put me in the